I heard a frightening statistic the other day. Well, I read about it actually. And the statistic was that 1 out of 88 kids is diagnosed with autism. Now, if that doesn't scare you, it certainly scares me. That means, 1.5% of every kid you see is autistic. And that struck me as weird because I just wonder how many of those kids actually have autism, or is it just something to prescribe more medication, more treatments, more therapies, and so on. And the reason why I bring this up is that years ago, if a kid was struggling in school, it was usually because they were lazy, unmotivated, and they didn't do the homework. Nowadays, there's a half dozen conditions and terms and definitions to describe why somebody is lazy, unmotivated, and not doing the homework. All right, ADD, ADHD, autism, dyscalculia, dyslexia. I could go on. But I really think these are a crutch. These terms, these conditions, especially for teachers that aren't helping their kids perform. Right? It's too easy to blame poor performance in the classroom on these conditions when it might be the teacher or the teaching method. It's just too convenient. Right? I had experienced this myself as a parent a few years ago when in a parent-teacher conference I was informed that my son at the ripe old age of 5 probably had a learning disability because he couldn't write his name, which was true with his right hand. My son is left-handed. He eats with his right hand. He writes his name with his left hand. Okay, and the teacher didn't pick up on that. Right? It just wasn't. What else wasn't the teacher picking up on? The real learning defect, the real disability, is with the teacher and her inability to recognize which students were left-handed and which weren't. Right? That bothers me. I think a lot of this comes from the fact that kids simply just aren't good at math. And if we do a better job at teaching math early on, that it will help their brain develop to where that they can perform in all subjects well. Right? A little repetition and some other techniques and strategies that I go over in my book will do wonders towards training your kid from being a poor performer, especially in math, to a great performer. Right? That's why I wrote the book, Creating a Math Monster. And in it, I just go over some simple techniques and strategies and ideas to help you as a parent develop your kid as a math student. Once that happens, not only will their grades in math improve, but all their other subjects will do as well. They'll become a better writer, a better speaker. Their memory will improve. I mean, just a whole host of things come with being good at math. Right? Well, anyway, if you want to check out the book, there's a link in the description for it, where you can get it. It's on lulu.com, and it comes in a paperback and it comes in an ebook, depending on how you like to get your info. All right, but please check it out. If you want me to send you an excerpt, to take a look at it before you make the plunge and purchase it, just make a comment, and I'll be glad to get you out a chapter or so. All right. Well, thank you for watching. Please stay tuned for more tips, techniques, and strategies to help your kid get better at math. Create that math monster.